Chapter 40 of the first volume of the Poem of the Man-God, hardback 1986, English edition, given to Maria Valtorta on the 21st of December 1944, titled Jesus Examined in the Temple when he is of age. The temple on a feast day, people going in and coming out of the enclosure gates, crossing yards, halls and porches, disappearing in this or that building on the various floors which form the bulk of the temple. Also, the group of Jesus' family go in singing psalms in low voices. All the men are in front, the women come behind. Other people have joined them, perhaps from Nazareth, perhaps their friends in Jerusalem. I do not know. Joseph, after worshipping the Most High, with all the others, at the point obviously where men were allowed to do so, the women stopped on a lower landing, parts from the rest, and with his son goes back through some yards. He then moves to one side and enters a vast room which looks like a synagogue. I do not know why. Were there synagogues also in the temple? He speaks to a Levite, and the latter disappears behind a striped curtain, then comes back with some elder priests. I think they're priests. They are certainly masters in the knowledge of the law, and they are therefore appointed to examine the believers. Joseph introduces Jesus. First of all, they both bow down deeply to the 10 doctors, who have sat down with dignity on low wooden stools. Here, he says, this is my son. 3 months and 12 days ago, he reached the age which the law prescribes to become of age, and I want him to comply with the prescriptions of Israel. I would ask you to note that his constitution proves that he is no longer in his childhood or minority, and I ask you to examine him kindly and fairly, to judge that what I hear his father have stated is the truth. I have prepared him for this hour, and for this dignity of son of the law. He knows the precepts, the traditions, the decisions, the custom of the fringes and the phylacteries. He knows how to say the daily prayers and blessings. Therefore, since he knows the law in itself, and in its 3 branches of Halaskia, Midrash, and Agada, he can behave as a man. Therefore, I wish to be free from the responsibilities of his actions and of his sins. From now on, he must be subject to the precepts, and he must pay himself the penalty for his failures towards them. Examine him. We will. Come forward, child. What is your name? Jesus of Joseph, from Nazareth. A Nazarene? Can you therefore read? Yes, Rabbi. I can read the words which are written, and those which are construed in the words themselves. What do you mean? I mean that I understand also the meaning of the allegory, or of the symbol which is hidden under the appearance, as a pearl does not appear, but it is inside an ugly closed shell. A clever answer, and a very wise one. We seldom hear that on the lips of adults, in a child and a Nazarene in addition. The attention of the 10 has been awakened. Their eyes do not lose for an instant the beautiful blonde child who is looking at them, sure of himself, without boldness, but also without fear. You honour your master, who certainly was deeply read. The wisdom of God was gathered in his just heart. But listen to that. You are a happy man, father of such a son. Joseph, who is at the end of the room, smiles and bows down.